And I'm going to tell you niggas something. These demons look good, boy. They look good, boy. They go to the DR. They go down to Miami, Florida. They get their body done. They had them titties sitting up right. Ass be fat, waist be little. Instagram followers be up. Face be pretty. Hair be laid. Motherfucking tax flyer be made. Arms crossed. Bitch getting money and be a motherfucking demon. You better ask a nigga. It's already coming out. It's a bitch on here right now. Have these so-called men soft and feminine. You don't know a bitch feel like this up front. You don't know that that's a bitch real feelings towards men. So you fuck on and you think you building something with the bitch. Make her mad enough or give her the perception that y'all ain't finna be together or you finna be with somebody else. Just what she type finna come out in her behavior. You never knew she had a belief like that. You never knew her belief towards men in general was that most of y'all or half of y'all is softer than a bitch and feminine. You never knew she felt like that, but you done gave her your nut. And then now she in charge of whether baby's born. So now you got babies with a bitch that have a negative view of nearly half the male gender. So now what you gonna do, bro? This when that real nigga mode gotta come in. Can you stand on whatever decision you make, right? And then it is a heavy effect on people involved, regardless of what decision that you make. It's a lot of y'all, especially black men, you at that crossroads where you faced with, do I choose my mental health or do I choose to be there and involved with these children while this demon fucking is after my mindset because I didn't conform to the expectations she had for me when we never made no agreements up front. But she didn't know to make agreements with me first, nor did I.
When I see videos like this, it kind of makes me feel good on the inside because it makes me feel like all hope is not lost with the interaction between black men and women. Not completely. But in my honest opinion, outside of our own self-destruction and our self-hatred, and that's us attacking each other and killing each other, I believe black women are on the front row seats into really helping these people wipe out the black race. What do I mean by that? These motherfuckers know exactly what to do to trigger the minds of the masses. When you look at TV, when you get on social media, when you see movies, when you see commercials, TV shows, what is becoming more and more visible every day that you cut on the TV? That's a white man with a black woman. Or a white woman with a black man. In my honest opinion, I believe in 20 years to find a nigga in full complexion is probably going to be hard to do. Because you females are head first walking into them and assisting them wipe out the black race. In 20 years, I believe everybody walking around is going to look damn near white because of all of the mixed breeding and all of that stuff. And you know what I'm saying? It's not. This is not about hating white people or hatred towards white folks. I don't believe black folks really realize the participation that we do. Nor do niggas care. But it's not a secret. It's not hidden that they trying to wipe us out. And one of the most effective ways to wipe out a race is to turn the women against them. And look around. You got black women all out of selfishness and greed. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they know exactly what to do to trigger folks. The reasons why you seeing this stuff in TVs and commercials and TV shows and stuff so much is because simple people. When I say simple, I mean people who don't have certain circumstances in their life see certain things on TV and in movies and then they try to apply it to their life. And that's not their circumstance. So you got a lot of these lazy, selfish black women out here to see these movies and see these TV shows and say, hey, that looks like the life for me. I don't have to do shit. This white man gonna take care of everything for me. Forget these niggas. And then you out there having babies with white men. It's all out of selfishness. And you not even knowing what you're doing to your bloodline. You're not even knowing what you're doing to your kids' mind frame. Because you're putting them in complete confliction. I believe biracial kids are some of the most conflicted people walking around. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that as to offend or disrespect them. I'm saying, like, I got family members that's mixed. You know what I'm saying? And the turmoil that I see them go through, mainly a lot has to do with color. And then their confusion. They confused. They don't know who to be and how to be. It's you got two sides of two different beings clashing on the inside. Two completely different beings, nigga. But these women don't care about that shit. Y'all don't care about what y'all doing to y'all kids. A lot of times men have to make the hard decision to walk away sometimes. And that was my experience personally. Probably one of the hardest things that I had to do was walk away from my son next to shooting at my daddy to save my mama. It wasn't nothing that I wanted to do. I wasn't mad at my daddy. You know what I'm saying? I love that man to life. To this day. No other man that I look up to and admire more. I had to do what I had to do. And then I found out that was a family cycle that kept on repeating itself. I didn't know before that my daddy had drew down on my granddaddy before. I didn't know before that my auntie actually shot my granddaddy in the ass for some of the same reasons. You know what I'm saying? Well, not the same reasons, because I heard unmarried shot granddaddy in the ass because he actually put his hands on grandmama. I don't know how true that is. I'm just saying the stories I've heard. I've never seen my daddy hit my mama. But what was about to take place in that house that day was more than domestic violence. It was niggas about to lose their life and niggas about to lose their freedom. And me, I was about to lose both of my parents. I had to make a choice. And my siblings didn't have it in them to do nothing. So I had to do. We wasn't mad at my daddy. I love my mama and my daddy to death, and they got back together. Fucked my life up, but I'm glad they got back together. But that fucked up my whole mental. But my parents was right there together, though. It wasn't a constant tug of war of who has control of the kid, though. You know what I'm saying? And then later on in those lives, you know, the kids, the mother transports that whatever her mental connection is to the kid. And when the woman see that the man ain't really playing that game no more, then they start triggering the child. And then you start having those arguments that you would have with the woman through the kid. When you call and you talking to your son and you think you talking to your son, but the mother's in the background eavesdropping. When you think you talking to have a conversation with your son and then out of nowhere you hear a voice in the background, no, because your son is playing the game. Very hard decision that I had to do, but sometimes you got to do what's best for everybody involved, and people don't realize that. Nor do people care. But like, what is it gonna take for black women? What is it gonna take for black women? What is it gonna take for niggas in general to wake up? Because we are some of the most targeted and some of the most easily persuaded people walking around, and that's not a good mixture.